Structure of blood vessel. The blood flows strictly by a fixed route through blood vessels, the arteries and veins. Here is the structure of artery and vein. Each artery and vein consists of 3 layers. An inner lining of squamous endothelium, the tunica intima, a middle layer of smooth muscle and elastic fibers called the tunica media, and an external layer of fibrous connective tissue with collagen fibers, the tunica externa. Here is the structure showing tunica intima, tunica media and tunica externa. Observe and try to understand. Here is the explanation once again. Each artery and vein consists of 3 layers. An inner lining of squamous endothelium, the tunica intima, a middle layer of smooth muscle and elastic fibers, the tunica media, and an external layer of fibrous connective tissue with collagen fibers, the tunica externa. Tunica media is comparatively thin in the veins. Patterns of circulation. There are 4 different patterns of circulation, namely pulmonary circulation, systemic circulation, double circulation, and 4th one is coronary circulation. Let us learn one by one. First is about pulmonary circulation. The blood pumped by the right ventricle enters the pulmonary artery, whereas the left ventricle pumps blood into the aorta. The deoxygenated blood pumped into the pulmonary artery is passed on to the lungs, from where the oxygenated blood is carried by the pulmonary veins into the left atrium. This pathway constitutes the pulmonary circulation. Here you can see from the right ventricle, impure or deoxygenated blood is carried by pulmonary artery towards lungs for purification. From the lungs, the pure or oxygenated blood is carried by pulmonary veins towards the left atrium. Next is about systemic circulation. The oxygenated blood entering the aorta is carried by a network of arteries, arterioles and capillaries to the tissues. From the tissues, the deoxygenated blood is collected by a system of venules, veins and vena cava and emptied into the right atrium. So here you can see the systemic circulation, and this systemic circulation provides nutrients, oxygen and other essential substances to the tissues and takes carbon dioxide and other harmful substances away for elimination. Next is about double circulation. In birds and mammals, the heart is completely partitioned into right and left halves. The right half receives and pumps the deoxygenated blood, while the left half receives and pumps the oxygenated blood. This is called complete double circulation. Here you can see the right half receives and pumps impure blood and left half receives and pumps pure blood. But in amphibians and reptiles except crocodiles, heart is only 3-chambered, so that the systemic and pulmonary circulation mix together in the single ventricle. This is called incomplete double circulation. Now about coronary circulation. The to and fro circulation of blood between heart chambers and heart walls constitute coronary circulation. The heart muscles obtain nutrients and oxygen through the coronary arteries arising from the base of the aorta. The deoxygenated blood is carried away by the coronary vein to the right atria. Here you can see the coronary circulation. Explaining photograph is here. Observe and try to understand. A unique vascular connection exists between the digestive tract and liver called hepatic portal system. Here you can see the vascular connection that exists between the digestive tract and liver called hepatic portal system. The hepatic portal vein carries blood from intestine to the liver before it is delivered to the systemic circulation. Here you can see the hepatic portal vein that carries blood from intestine to the liver before it is delivered to the systemic circulation. Observe the diagram and try to understand the concept. Hope you got information about the patterns of circulation well.